in the forecast today, rivers in our area continue to pose a risk for those who live near the water.
Yeah, we're already seeing some rivers spilling over their banks in the past few days. We want to join Cor Harlan, who has more on this weather alert. Cor?
Morning, Jenny and Ken. We're on the banks of the Columbia River this morning out here along Marine Drive, where you can see not as much beach as you'd typically see out here. I'll have Jay just give you a short look at the beach here and the rising river level here on the Columbia. The water has been coming up here in the recent days. It is not expected to crest here until sometime tomorrow. That's according to the National Weather Service here, with just some minor areas that will have water on them that don't normally have water on them, reaching what they call just shy of an action stage sometime tomorrow. That's the Columbia River. Let's move on to some video now, though. Also this morning we are awaking to having a flood warning on the Pudding River. That is in and around the Aurora area because of some of that water in the southern Willamette Valley, the mid-Willamette Valley that's fallen in the last couple of days here. All of that pours into the Willamette, and a lot of the tributaries to the Willamette, like the Pudding River, they back up and flood some of those low-lying areas. The forecast for the Pudding River, again, this is from the National Weather Service river monitoring site. The river is slowly rising, expected to rise above flood stage. The Pudding River this morning at around 10 a.m. it'll likely crest just over 22 feet. And above 22 feet, the Weather Service says to expect minor flooding of low-lying agricultural lands and some access roads along the river there. It will likely crest at just over 22 feet sometime later tonight. So a flood warning in effect there this morning, expected to crest a little bit later on this evening. Also, on to some new video now from Corvallis, Philomath area. Again, this is all related to a lot of that water that fell on the southern Willamette Valley. It's moving upstream north on the Willamette River, caused some backups of some creeks and some tributaries in and around the Corvallis area, flooding a lot of low-lying roads and some areas there that have agricultural lands. Some of those roads going through fields there are pretty low elevations and are subject to flooding at times when we have heavy rain like we have had the last several days. So that is the wrap from the Willamette Valley. Back here out on the Columbia River, as I mentioned, they do have a gauge here, a river level gauge just upstream here near the bridge. That is expected to slowly rise, and that forecast is for that, Jenny and Ken, to slowly rise the Columbia River here through today, cresting sometime tomorrow before beginning a slow drop back into its normal range. So a lot of water and a lot of rivers that are full of a lot of water. Jenny and Ken.
Yeah, thank you, Cor. You mentioned Corvallis, and we just learned that Corvallis schools are on a 2-hour delay right now because of the flooding issues on roads in that area. So make sure people in that area know about that. Thanks, Cor.